Hey, I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen. It's a little galley kitchen. We have fun here, make fun food. Today we're going to make a summer salad, an eggplant salad. It's light, it's refreshing. Yes, you cook it, but you serve it cold, and it's just one of those wonderful things. Just enough tartness and sweetness to really improve a meal. It is a Mediterranean-based recipe I'm doing. I've made a couple changes to it with red onions and some white pepper, and it is just one of our go-tos. Been making it for about 5 years now and never gonna stop making it. So come along, I'll show you how it's done, and hope you enjoy this. And if you do enjoy this, please hit the like button so that more people will get to see this episode. Also consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you'll get to be informed of more content like this. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen. It's a little galley kitchen. We have fun here, make fun food. Today we're going to make a summer salad, an eggplant salad. It's light, it's refreshing. Yes, you cook it, but you serve it cold, and it's just one of those wonderful things. Just enough tartness and sweetness to really improve a meal. It is a Mediterranean-based recipe I'm doing. I've made a couple changes to it with red onions and some white pepper, and it is just one of our go-tos. Been making it for about 5 years now and never gonna stop making it. So come along, I'll show you how it's done, and hope you enjoy this. And if you do enjoy this, please hit the like button so that more people will get to see this episode. Also consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you'll get to be informed of more content like this. All right, let's go over to the work area and show you how it's done. All right, introduce you to the players for this eggplant salad. We obviously have the eggplant. We have, for color, 2 different peppers and a red onion. Not typical in a Mediterranean dish, but it is there. For the sauce, we're gonna need some white vinegar and some white pepper, some garlic, we're gonna have 3 cloves, some balsamic vinegar, and some of your better extra virgin olive oil. And we're gonna say use your better EVOO simply because this is gonna happen in the dressing. Also have a little squirt bottle here with some olive oil, which I'm gonna use for the coating the eggplant before we put it into the oven to bake. So let's get to it. First thing, we're going to deal with the onion. It's simple. And this seems like a lot, but it does work out. All I want to do is basically make long strips. The reason for the long strips is they hold together better. You go across the grain, it's gonna fall apart on you. So that's gonna go. I'm gonna actually set this aside. Next thing we're gonna do is do peppers the easy way. Okay. Got those. Not gonna use the rest of that. Do the same thing with the yellow pepper. Don't have to deal with seeds this way. And if I was doing some stir fry, I might take that, but I'm not. And I want to make this into thin strips. Let's remove this to one of the baking sheets for right now also. Alright, the star of the show, the eggplant. Taking the top off because it's annoying. I'm going to keep the bottom because it's okay. I'm going to cut it down in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. This is a relatively small eggplant. So I'm going to do this. And do this. Then we're going to take this whole thing. Load the GoPro. All right, we're just going to take it about 1/2 inch dice, 1/2 inch thick slices. And it's okay to have the different diameters here. And yes, I want the ends. Each half is going to go on its own baking sheet. Otherwise it gets a little too crowded and things don't cook as well. So I am doing these fairly thickly. All right. Do the same thing here. Now, if this was a really fat eggplant, I would have done this into quarters, but it's not. I'm just going to put this over here. All right, get this out of the way. Bring these over so you can see what we got here. All right, so I'm going to move things out of the way. Bring those over in just a minute when we make the sauce. All right, so we can see we got them one side up, and we want to get these a little salted because this is our chance to season things. This is not the world's greatest salt grinder. It's sort of stuck on ultra fine, but that's okay. And we're just going to flip everything over, except those end pieces because they don't flip. Some salt on the other side of the world. Alright, now we're going to take half of our onions, just separate them and just put them all over every place. These are going to get a little, you're going to think these are a little overcooked, but they'll add a nice little sweetness to the end of it. If you want, you can reserve half of these for the second half of the bake, because we're going to have to flip it over at the halfway point. I normally don't want you to see everything I'm doing here, but this is relatively quick. And we're just going to take some of these, spread them out. Now we're going to set now we'll just keep it right here. Need you out of my way. And we're basically going to do the same thing with this one. Just spread it all out. One side up, one side. Then we're going to salt this side, then flip it over, salt the other side. And then we'll hit it with some olive oil. And again, I'm doing these things separately because I got a lot of eggplant here. If you tried to put all this into one pan, it doesn't really seem to cook as well. So, just so you know, the oven's at 350 and it is preheated. Leave those on. Flip. Yep. When you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Why am I doing this now? Because I don't want to forget to do it later. Because when I'm dealing with things in a hot oven, I have a tendency to forget. So, again, take these, just spread them over it. Sort of everywhere. Same thing with the onion. I'll take a couple more of these and throw them over there just because I think I'm getting too much in one spot. Looks like a lot of onion, it kind of is, but when it cooks down, it'll be fine. I'll leave a few of these onions for later. Now, the fun little spray bottle. You'll see people drizzle things over. Well, I don't think that works as well. That's the way I do it. Next thing. Okay, they're now in the oven for about 12 minutes. Turn them over at 7 minutes. As I said, they're in the oven for about 12 minutes. Time to bring in that which is going to be the sauce. Sauce is pretty darn simple. First thing we're going to do is shave our garlic, and I do mean shave. It's going to be crazy thin. You almost want to be able to read through it, because that is just the way it goes. I'm going to take those, I'm going to put them in this bowl. Now I'm going to take the white vinegar. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons. Yeah. All right. I'm going to let that sit there a minute. And normally I'd give this a minute or 2. I'm just going to do it right now because timing. Now we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Better stuff, because this is not going to cook, so it's going to be good. And then pick your favorite brand of balsamic vinegar. This is not my best. I haven't been able to get it since the COVID started. So I'm going to use this. Again, about a tablespoonful. And just let everything sit for a while. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. Now we're just going to give this a stir. And you'll notice there's a bunch of clumps there. That's not good. We want those to be separated, because we want this to get all over the eggplant. So take your little clean fingers and take care of it. Look for anything that's stuck together. And that's just going to sit there and wait for the rest of the process. Now you notice we have not used the white pepper yet. That's going to go on the eggplant right at the end. So, alright, it is now time to swap these two. They're nowhere near done right now, but I want them to cook fairly evenly. Not quite time to turn them over yet, maybe 5 minutes. That was 8 minutes. Because we have 2 of them, we're going to do some more. Alright. Bring these out. These are only halfway done. These are only halfway done. Life is good right now. And now what I need to do is turn all these over. I'm going to use a fork simply because I like it. Here's a nice part about using the paper. You can move things. Just flip everything over once. I'm going to add the rest of these onions. I might take some off later. But there's going to be a difference between the 2 onions. These are going to be not quite as cooked. The vinegar will take care of some of that. Alright, and it is now time to go back in the oven. Okay, time's up. Time to check to see if these are actually done or they need a couple more minutes. Alright, I left one on the stove, looking at this one. Not the same. What I'm looking for is actually these are getting soft, and that's a good softness. See how it goes in, doesn't come back? That's what I'm looking for. Want to check the other one for the exact same thing. Again, just looking for, yeah, it's going in. It's not really coming back. That one could probably use another minute. Nope, that's all good. We think we're done. All right, it is time to add the white pepper. I leave it in the bottle. You'll see lots of people will take it out so they can hide the brand. It's just what we buy. We're not adding a ton of it. We're going to do the same thing for the other one. Let's talk about getting this into the bowl. So we're going to switch the bowl and this out of here. All right, take that. bring this over so it's a side by side so you can see what's going on here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the parchment paper and use it as a sling. I'm just going to put it in the bowl. Now this is not the serving bowl. This is going to have to sit for a while here, and it's going to have to sit for a while and get stirred a few times. You'll see that in a minute. Alright. Same thing for this one. Got some burnt pieces. They made it to the Alright. You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to do this. You know, helps when, again, not particularly all that important. Gonna give it a little stir. Now we're gonna add this. If it's separated like this and does not come back together, add a little more balsamic. But right now what we're going to do is we're just going to pour it slowly over this. And we want to get this garlic down in the middle so that will actually start cooking it a little bit. The acid in the white vinegar helped a little bit. You flavor, get back there. And that pan is still bloody hot. Alright. This is a good serving for 4 to 5 people. We like it a lot, so maybe it could feed more if they don't like it, but it is something we do quite often. It's just a great little thing, and we'll stir this a few more times and we'll show you how to serve this thing. This is wonderful. The eggplant have continued cooking. I left it out for about 2 hours. You can see the eggplant really sort of softened up that last little bit. So that's why you don't cook it all the way through in the oven. And we got some of the more well done onions and the less done onions, and it is just wonderfulness. Just serve this on as a side dish, and you will love it. I really appreciate the time you've spent with me. So again, please consider liking this video so they can get shared with more people. Also, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get more content like this when I make it.